everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for the ThermOWeb design team. So today I am playing with the brand new toner card fronts by Deco foil, and I'm playing along with the sketch by Paper Issues. So I have this beautiful photo of myself and my baby girl while I was trying to work at my desk, and she was just sleeping, and it was just the sweetest moment. So I am pulling out a couple of these new designs of the Deco foil toner card fronts, and I'm just doing some ink blending here with a couple of my blending brushes, using some Distress Oxides in Speckled Egg and Charted Mariner, and then the pinks I'm going to use is Tattered Rose and Pickled Raspberry, or Picked Raspberry, and I'm just blending them on. I'm not super picky about blending them together super well in the middle because I'm actually going to die cut these into some heart shapes, so they're going to be all broken up anyways. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out my Fuse foiling system. This is my hot laminating machine, and I have actually cut down a craft and carrier sheet to 6.5 inches to run through this machine. It does come with a clear one, but I prefer to use these craft and carrier sheets by ThermOWeb with the foiling system. And while that's still heating up, I'm going to go ahead and do the ink blending on my pink one here. I've just chosen a couple of the designs today to use, but the new packs come with a total of 4 designs. So it's 2 new packs, 2 designs in each pack, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and start the blue one and run that through. And this is in, it is sped up a little bit, but it's in real time. So you're actually seeing this as it runs through. And then I'm just pulling out a sheet of the pink here. I have 2 different colored foils that I'm using today. And I honestly, I can't remember. I know the blue one's teal, but I can't remember where the pink one is off the top of my head. So I'll put them in the links down below for you in the description so that if you want to grab those from the shop, you can. And I'm just running the pink one through there and just putting things away, kind of cleaning up my desk a little bit as that runs through. So both of them are foiled now and all dry. That's what I like about the foiling system, because it actually dries those inks as well as they're going through there. So it's kind of like a double process in one, and it works out well for me. I'm just going to go ahead and pull out a couple papers and things from the Simple Stories Heart Eyes collection, and I'm using some easy tear tape to adhere this piece that I actually cut down. I believe I cut it down to about 9 inches by 9 inches, so it's just a square. Then I'm just using some of that easy tear tape to adhere to my black cardstock underneath. This is a textured black cardstock. It's one of my favorites to use on my layouts, and then I'm just folding back these corners just to get that a little bit of dimension. So I've got my photo here. I'm going to go ahead and mat that with some smooth white cardstock using some more of the easy tear tape. I've got all my dates handwritten on the backs of my photos. I know you guys have probably noticed that before, but that's how I store them in my unfinished albums. I actually write the dates out on the backs of my photos whenever I print them so that it's easy to keep them all together by month order inside my scrapbooks in my 12 by 12 page protectors. Then I know exactly what I need to scrap because I scrap in chronological order. So sometimes I need to move my books around whenever they get a little bit full, but that allows me to keep everything in date order and organize everything nicely. So here I've got my hearts here that I die cut using some Elle Studio dies, and I've got them all cut out. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut some vellum hearts as well, and I'm going to layer these up. So I'm going to put the vellum ones in behind them so I can kind of fold up the edges, and then they'll have some dimension and some texture underneath of them. Because I'm following along that paper issue sketch, I'm going to go ahead and arrange my hearts just like they had in their sketch, but I've actually shrunken mine down a little bit and used less hearts and kept them in this square design. So I am shifting them to the right side like the sketch has and keeping my title and things over on the left just like it is in the sketch, but I've kind of shifted mine around just a little bit and kind of made it a little bit different scale. So I've got my hearts here. I'm just layering them up, sticking the vellum behind that using my tape runner. This is the Memory XL tape runner. It's pink. I love it. It fits in your hand very, very nicely, and it's super easy to refill. So all you have to do to refill these is literally like push a little button on the side and it pops apart and you pop in your refill. It is literally that easy, and I love that. It's super quick. You don't have to mess around with any tapes, and it's really great. So these seem to last a while for me too. So I'm using that today just to adhere those layers together and adhere them down to my layout. And then I'm actually going to punch some holes here in the top and bottom of all of these hearts, and I'm going to run some thread in in those middles of all of these hearts. So I've got my embroidery floss here that I'm using today, and I am just going to thread that through my needle. It is a little bit tough because it's thick, so I'm using my needle threader here to help me, and it's really thick. So I was hoping that I didn't break that little guy, because I actually broke my last one trying to do stuff like this, and I had to buy some new needle threaders. So hopefully that little guy lasts a while for me. But this is all I'm doing. I'm actually just poking it through, and I'm securing the ends on the back just with that easy tear tape. I'm just leaving the backing attached to it. That's all I'm doing. So it is a double-sided tape, so if I peeled that backing off, it would be sticky on both sides. But since I'm not needing to stick anything to that, I'm just leaving that backing on there. So here, just more of the easy tear tape to adhere my photo down to my actual layout. I'm going to put it in behind these hearts, and I'm going to leave the top and the bottom one in the middle actually behind my photo. Then I'm just fluffing these up a little bit. I want to make them kind of pop up off the page, so I'm just bending them up so that it looks like they're just secured in the middle by the thread. And then from here on out, I'm basically just going to embellish this. So I'm going to grab a title piece. I have these puffy stickers, but I didn't really see anything in there that I wanted to use for my title. So I ended up grabbing one of the die cuts from one of the packs. Originally, I was going to use this heart eyes. It's super cute and I really like it, but I ended up not using that for my title. I could have. It was very fitting for this, but I just didn't like the way that it set on my layout even after I cut it apart. So I decided on using something else. So I'm just going to continue embellishing this. I'm actually going to print out some journaling strips from my computer. So I will trim those down and lay those underneath, because sometimes I just don't like my handwriting. Kind of depends on the day, and today was not a good day for handwriting. And I was just like in a flustered mess the past few days. It's been really busy around here, and we've been doing a lot of things and just kind of trying to catch up on layouts now at this point and get my creative flow going and just having some chill time. And it's been kind of hard to find that lately because we're so busy, and the kids are young and they want to play and they want all the attention. So I've been trying to give them as much attention as physically possible, but still trying to fit in some of that creative time. So I'm just going to finish embellishing this, and I'm going to add a whole bunch more layers here and dimensional items, and I'm going to pop some music in here for you, but I will pop in again at the end of this video with the finished layout to show you that. And I'm going to link everything down below in the description in case you want to grab anything from the shop, especially those new Deco foil toner card fronts, because they are just so cute. They would make the cutest cards or layouts, and they're just amazing. So make sure you grab those. finished layout. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this process today. I hope I've inspired you to create something beautiful. And if you want to play along with that sketch that I've used today, that is in the Paper Issues Friends and Fans Facebook group. So you can play along there, and I'll link everything down below for you. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.